Let me know. Have you ever made a quilt-as-you-go table runner with 2.5-inch strips? I want to know. I love this particular pattern because it's easy. It's easy and it's an opportunity to practice decorative stitching, free motion quilting, quilt as you go. So, not only is it fast to make because it's quilt as you go, you get a chance to use those decorative stitches on your machine. You get to play with thread and you get to practice free motion quilting. And you do it one strip at a time. Quilt as you go, one strip at a time. Decorative stitching, one strip at a time. Say that 3 times fast. And you get to play with free motion quilting one strip at a time. Hello, how are you? So glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Angela. Hello, Mary. Hello. Hello, Ray. Hello, Parker. Dawn. Welcome, welcome. I'm Geraldine Wilkins, the Living Water Quilter. I love to help ladies go from frustration to fabulous by teaching machine quilting techniques. My favorite techniques are free motion quilting and ruler quilting. Are you a free motion quilter? Do you like to use the decorative stitches on your machine? Hello, so glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, how are you? Oregon, so glad that you're here. So I just dug out this table runner quilt as you go and decided just a couple of days ago. This has been sitting in my closet for some time, and I thought, you know what? It's time to resurrect this and show people who have never seen it before. Quilt as you go, table runners. Hey, how are you? From Canada, welcome. So glad that you're here. Hello, how are you? Hi. So, these are photos. Let me show you another photo, but I also have them live. Here's another photo close up where you can see the decorative stitching, you can see the free motion quilting. Hopefully you can see it. I think so. Um, but I want to show it to you live as well. So as I said before, this is one of those projects that I like because one, it's fast because it's quilt as you go. Two, you get to play with decorative stitches on your machine that we usually don't play with, right? Hello, welcome. So glad that you're here. And free motion quilting. And you do it one strip at a time. Each one is one strip at a time. Quilt as you go is one strip at a time. Decorative stitching, you can quilt it as much or as little as you want. And it's a fun and fast project. Lots of thread play. Let me show it to you live. Would you like to see it live? Let me know. This is a photograph. Do I have another photo? No, that's it. Let me show one more. Let me go live with that. Where's my camera? Okay, there it is. So this is the runner. This is it. This is the first one. I wanted to get more familiar with the decorative stitches on my machine. And we all have jelly rolls, right? Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you like it. So pretty. Yes, it's so pretty. Thank you. So, how many decorative stitches? Let us know in the chat. Comment how many decorative stitches are on your machine. Look at the detail that we can put in this runner one strip at a time. Hey, Wilda from Williamsburg, Virginia. This is one of my favorite runners because we can have fun with this. It's a low stress, fun time just to stitch some beautiful stitching. And of course, you're going to practice on a small piece of fabric, a quilt sandwich, before you do the runner to make sure you like the pattern and the thread colors that you can use, or you just go for it and see what happens. So this is the fall. I call this a holiday or seasonal runner. Notice that V in the center. Does that remind you of a tree? Beautiful contrast with the gold. Let me see if I can get this up really close. Bring that up. That's why I like live cameras. Look at that. Beautiful stitching. Beautiful stitching. Beautiful stitching. And this is all decorative machine stitching that's already in the machine. All right, let's look at the back. Let's look at the back. Now, if you use a fabric that works well together in the back with your thread combination, for this one, I chose golds, browns, and white thread, mostly white and gold. Some bronzy looking thread here. Maybe you can see it on camera. But now it becomes two-sided, right? Two-sided runner. Look at that center section that had the nice tree line shape. Beautiful, right? Easy, easy. Nice table runner, quick. I think it also could be for one of those tables, that you put behind a sofa, right behind a nice long and narrow, because this is narrow. It's not very wide. I mean, yeah, it's wide, but not very deep. Maybe that's the right way to say it. I always get that confused. Hello, who else is here? Hello. Hey, Jennifer. So glad that you're here. Welcome. How are you? Watching over there on YouTube. Yay. All right, now let's look at the Christmas red. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a look. Look at the beautiful reds and greens on this. That's why I love thematic runners, right? Look at the texture with the free motion quilting. A great way to practice free motion quilting when you're learning different designs to stitch them in the patchwork pieces. It's a low commitment to a particular design. This is all thread. Let's take a close look. This is all thread. Take a look. Isn't that awesome? Amazing texture. And of course, we don't have to stick with just free motion. This is free motion with decorative stitching. Free motion with decorative stitching. Right? Each strip we can decide to quilt it or not quilt it. So this one, I didn't quilt it. On either side, it's not quilted at all, because it's a very busy fabric, and I thought there's no way you're really going to see the stitching in this. So I left that alone so that the fabric and the puffiness can be seen. It's a little puffy. I don't know if you can tell on camera. It's a little bit of puffiness there that adds texture. When we have a lot of thread like this, right, it really mats down the fabric. This is more about the thread than it is the fabric. This one is more about the fabric and no thread. So feathers, some straight line stitching, and some decorative stitching I put in this busy fabric, which is kind of hard to see. It's more about the texture than seeing the actual decorative stitching pattern. So that's another thing that this project can do. When we work on something like this, we have an opportunity to test different thread colors, different weights. We get to test free motion quilting patterns. How do they look on a particular type of fabric? Something that reads solid as opposed to something that's very busy? Are you going to spend a lot of time on fabric that has a lot going on and put a whole bunch of thread on it? Or are you going to say, I'm going to reserve this type of stitching where you can actually see the stitching pattern because the fabric is more solid than it is a print? So you get to test those things out. So this is the Quilt-as-you-go holiday runner. Now, I know you want to see the back. Who wants to see the back of this one? Hey, thank you, Elaine. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Who wants to see the back of this? Can you guess if I used a solid fabric or a print fabric? I like things to be two-sided, especially when I put a lot of work in something. Yes, you want to see the back? That's only one vote. Only one person wants to see the back? If you're just joining us, this is the holiday quilt-as-you-go runner. It's so fast and easy. Stitch Chick says, is the back solid? Well, maybe. It reads solid. It does have some print, but it's red and it reads solid. Because I used white thread across this one, it sings. I think it does. It just has all this beautiful thread pattern and texture going on that just reads beautifully. Hopefully you can see that on camera. If I'm moving it too fast, let me know. Hey, another person raised their hand. Awesome. Yeah, I love this. If you're just meeting me for the first time, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Geraldine Wilkins, the Living Water Quilter. I help quilters go from frustration to fabulous by helping them with machine quilting skills, specifically free motion quilting and ruler quilting. Yes, you can see. Awesome. Woohoo. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. So fun. This is a low commitment project to help you increase your skills every single time we practice. And I encourage quilters to practice on real things. A runner like this one is real, but it's also a low commitment. We can stitch strip by strip and practice different techniques or designs that we are learning. We quilt as you go to put the strips down on the table runner, and then we can leave it. Or we can take it to the next step and practice. We can add some free motion quilting or decorative stitching to get to know how to use our machine. We can use it to help us with free motion quilting. It will build your confidence, and it's a way to do it quickly. Hello, so glad that you're here. Thank you, Susan. Love the quilting. Thank you, thank you. So fun. So, if you just joined, did you see the fall runner with all the decorative stitching? Should I show that one again? Should I show that one again? Let me show you. Let's see. I'll take off the live camera. There's a close-up with a photograph of the center of the red or Christmas runner. So Stitch Chick says no, she hasn't seen it. All right, I will show you the fall runner. This is the two of them together. The top is the red Christmas theme runner, and the bottom is the fall, warm colors, leaves, that kind of thing, fall colors. And the difference between the two in terms of stitching is the fall one is decorative machine stitches. Elaine says, yes, please. Okay, I'll show it live. I will put it underneath the camera so you can see it live. Let's take a look. Camera 2. Here we go. All right, so this is camera 2. This is the decorative machine stitched runner. It's the same technique, quilt as you go, one strip at a time. And after it's stitched, you play with the decorative machine stitches on your machine. You can stitch as little or as much as you want. It's a time to have fun, to play. Here's the center. I love the center. I just love the combination of the white and gold thread. The white thread in the center, the gold thread on the white. Isn't that gorgeous? Yay! You like it, huh? Awesome. Thank you. Yes. So you can do this too. You can make this runner quickly and easily. Would you like this to be in an online course where I show you how to make the runner, quilt as you go, easy peasy? Then you play with your decorative machine stitches, and then maybe you want to do a second one because they're so quick to make, and you want to do free motion quilting. Thank you. I'm so glad that you like it. Awesome. Let me know, would you like this to be in the course? Look at the back. I chose browns and golds on black and a little bit of white for the back of this one. So it's also two-sided. Would you like to see this in an easy quilt as you go course where you not only stitch decorative stitching, you get the pattern, you learn how to make it quilt as you go, and then I show you some free motion quilting patterns and techniques. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. And look at this one. I don't know if you noticed this. The back is gorgeous. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Or Eileen. I keep saying Elaine. It's Eileen. Sorry about that. All right. All right. Awesome. That would be wonderful. Fantastic. Well, guess what? There is. I just released the course today. And guess what? Not only do you get the pattern for the runner, you get video tutorials on 5 different free motion quilting designs. Let me know in the chat if you want to see those free motion quilting designs. Meanwhile, I want to show you what I did a little bit different. So this is for inspiration. Notice how it's straight line stitching of the decorative stitching, and I've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types of stitching in this one strip. And it's straight, right? But here, look what I did. I did a curve. I made it curve along instead of it being straight. Do we have to stitch within the patchwork? No, we don't. We can overlap it from one piece to the next. Do we have to stitch vertically? No, we can stitch on a curve. We can stitch horizontally. Okay, so Rose says, yes, that would, Rosewood Create says that would be great. All right, I will show you the free motion quilting designs that you will learn in this quilt as you go. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Here's the first one. Let me turn off the camera. And this is the first one. I call this connected triangles. Maybe you've seen it in some of my social media videos, but this is the first time I've actually made a tutorial on it, and it's included in this course. I show you the techniques for stitching out edge-to-edge designs without, getting boxed in, or allowing yourself, that's what I should say, allowing yourself to get boxed in so that you can learn how to get out. So I show you some tight spaces and I show you how to get out of those tight spaces. This one is a fun one to do, and you can make it as tight or as loose as you want. And the next one is called clustered squares. This one is so fun. It's random. You just pile squares one on top of the other, and then you use a straight line to get to the next area and do it again. There's no rhyme or reason. It's all random. It's a lot of fun, and you can space them very close together or you can space them very far apart. Clustered squares. They must overlap in the design to get this look. However, if they don't overlap here and there, maybe you're creating another design. So that's clustered squares. And the next one I call heartbeat. Your heart is beating. You know the screen that shows the heartbeat. Yes, this is reminiscent of that. And again, we make them big, we make them small, we make the heartbeat code horizontal, or we make it vertical, and you just fill the space. And I show you the technique on how to do that. It's another fun and easy. All of these are beginner friendly designs. Ah, you love the heartbeat. Yes, awesome. It's so fun. So fun. Yes. Thank you, ladies. And then I think there's one more. Is there one more that I show? Nope, I only showed 3. There are 5 altogether. I didn't put the other ones up. You'll have to go and check it out on the website. Let me put a link for you in the chat. All right, where is it? Okay, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go here. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my courses, my online courses are available once you purchase 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, unlimited access. You can watch it on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. You can watch them over and over and over again. And then on top of that, you get to submit homework. Everyone loves homework, right? When you submit homework, that's an opportunity to connect with me directly. You can show me your progress, show me where you're having challenges. You get to ask questions, and that allows me to be your quilting coach. That allows me to be your quilting coach. Okay, let's see if I can get this correct. One more time. I got the wrong link, so give me a moment here. All right, I think that's it. Copy. Let me know if you have any questions about the Quilt-as-you-go runner or about free motion quilting in general. Okay. And if you want to just check out my website in general, I will put that. It's machinequilting.live, machinequilting.live. And you can see all of the courses that I have available. You just go to the top tab and look under education, and then you can see all of the courses. So machinequilting.live. Yes, a good question. You can get started with just a regular machine. Absolutely. Getting started with what you have is always a good way to go, because once you find out, yes, I like this technique, I want to get started, then you can invest with more equipment. Starting with what you have is a good way. What machine do you have? Let me know what machine you have. Okay. Let me put this also in the chat on Instagram. Let's see. All right, one more time. All right. So I put the link for the Quilt-as-you-go runner in the chat on Instagram. If you want me to do it on YouTube, let me know. I will do that. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, let me know. Let's see. Okay. So you have a brother. So just go to your manual and see what different types of techniques it has listed in the table of contents. Sometimes they will say free motion quilting, and it will tell you exactly what machine settings you need. It will tell you what foot you need. Start there first. Then what I like to do is go to YouTube University and put your machine, maybe you've done this already, and someone invariably has the same machine you have and has tried free motion quilting. So you can do that. Now for the table runners, the Quilt-as-you-go will work on any machine. It doesn't need to be specific to free motion. You can still do the Quilt-as-you-go with a regular machine that doesn't have decorative stitching. It could be a straight stitch machine only, and then you do free motion quilting. That's the versatility of this Quilt-as-you-go runner, that you can stitch it, finish it any way you like, and based on what your machine is capable of doing, what your machine can do. So thank you for being here. If you don't have any additional questions, I think I'm going to sign off. If you're just joining, I'm going to put this camera back on. We've been talking about the Quilt-as-you-go runner. It's an opportunity to do something very quickly and with fun using decorative machine stitching and or free motion quilting. And this is something that I did years ago that I remember was very popular. A lot of ladies loved stitching this out. It was a chance to play with thread, low commitment, not a lot of work in terms of the size of it, but it's potentially a beautiful two-sided runner based on what fabrics you choose. Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So someone says that they have a similar machine as you, and for sure you can do quilt as you go, which I assume most machines can do that. But she says it also has some decorative stitches on your machine. So definitely you can do this version, which is the quilt as you go with decorative stitching. This is all decorative stitching. You are welcome. You are welcome. Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here, thank you for joining me for another conversation about machine quilting and an opportunity to share with you my latest course. It's a wonderful and fun course where you can practice techniques, practice free motion quilting, practice machine decorative stitching, get to know your machine better, practice free motion quilting, because again, it includes 5 different patterns that you can learn that are easy for beginners who have just started stitching free motion quilting. So these are the 2 runners. Go take a look if you haven't already. And oh, last thing, join me in my live show. It's every first and third Friday, 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. It's the first and third Friday of the month at 7 p.m. Living Water Quilter YouTube channel and Facebook page. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to say hello to a few people. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Linda. Hello, Chris. How are you? So glad that you're here. Vicky, welcome. Thank you for joining me, Rita. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being here. It was fun to quickly share with you. Hey, awesome. Eileen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. It is Eileen. Yes? All right. I think that's it. Is that it? You let me know. Is that it? Is that it? Anything else? Oh, and when you visit the website, one more thing. There's always a course of the month. All right, great. I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you. there's always a course of the month, and the course of the month is always discounted. And the course of the month for July is all about ruler quilting. I'm just going to show this real quick. All right, here we go. It's the Lydia tote and ruler quilting course. You learn basic straight line ruler quilting where you don't have to mark to quilt it. You use all the lines on the ruler, and I guide you step by step on how to stitch beautiful ruler quilting designs. I show you how to use the piecing to help you create the design. Then I show you how to do a whole cloth. Yes, those are in my online courses. So for instance, like this Lydia tote, every course has the ability to submit a photo when, and I call that homework. You submit a photo, you ask questions. I get those and then I comment on it and answer your questions. And that's in every single online course. So yes, you would get that with any course that you take on the website. So here are some totes by different ladies who have made the Lydia tote over the years. Valerie, Carol's Lydia tote. I show you step by step with photos how to make the tote bag, how to put the rings on, how to do the straps. And then I show you how to not only stitch and sew the tote, my favorite tote tools. Then I show you how to do this fabulous ruler quilting with diagrams. Go check out the page. Go to machinequilting.live. Look under education. Look for Lydia Tote and watch the preview video. And then in the class, I show you the difference between straight edge rulers. If you are learning how to ruler quilt for the first time, one of the best ways is to use a straight edge ruler. It will give you different techniques on how to use a ruler and why you want certain types of rulers. So I go through that. Some rulers automatically have a straight edge, but is it the right ruler for straight edge quilting? So I go over that. I go over some of the straight edge rulers that I have and the benefits of each one, and why I have multiple straight edge rulers, because they each do something a little bit different. So I go over that. So it's a jam-packed course. The whole idea is, yes, you make a tote bag, but the idea is for you to up your skills with acrylic ruler quilting, to use it as a tool to express your creativity, to learn how to do it without spending hours and hours marking, which I'm lazy. Yes, I'm lazy. So I like to find ways to make it easier to quilt so I can get my projects done quicker, right? We all want to get them done quicker. Do you have a UFO pile? I have one right over there in the corner that that doesn't seem to go down, right? That UFO pile gets higher and higher. I know some of you start and finish before you do the next project, but that's not me. That's not me. Hey, Christine, so glad that you're here. Hello, Quilt Bailey. So glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. So this is the Lydia tote. Step by step again, like I said, you're going to learn how to sew it. I give tips on sewing and piecing the tote, and then I show you how to assemble it, tips on that, and then we quilt it together. Video demos, all of it. And it's the course of the month. It is 50% off. 50% off. So go check that out. Anywho, I think that's it for tonight. I went through that very quickly, as I promised. I'll come back and share again more about this course of the month, the Lydia tote and ruler quilting class. If you don't need a tote, make it as a gift for someone. Use it as an opportunity to make a gift while you are learning and improving your skills. All right. Yay, Wilda. I miss you. Thank you. I'm glad you like the runners. Awesome. Let me go back to that. Can I find it? This is it. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad you like the runners. I like them too. Brand new course up on the website. Go take a look. machinequilting.live. If you're just joining me, I'm Geraldine Wilkins, the Living Water Quilter, and my goal is to help you to go from frustration to fabulous with machine quilting skills. I help you with free motion quilting and acrylic ruler quilting or template quilting. I hope to see you online in a class, in person, or maybe at Quilt Conversations Live. I'll see you next time. Take care.